What's the most blatant lie you've seen in a commercial? KFC had one showing how their meal was cheaper than cooking yourself. Two kids gathered the ingredients from a grocery store and calculated the total, except they weren't adjusting for the fact that they were buying enough stuff to make the meal several times over. You don't need a $5 sack of flour to bake a single biscuit. You don't need a $5 sack of flour to bake a single biscuit, especially when premium flours like King Arthur aren't used in KFC, and even those aren't $5 normally. Contact us now and we'll do a scan of the dark web for your personal information to make sure your personal information is protected. Nothing to see here, just checking for your personal information on the dark web. There's a pretty popular commercial for a rehab. Some random guy comes up and says, "Trust me, I was an addict, now I'm not. Suuri." Kind of like the other commercial where the doctor screams at you, "Get help, now." There was this one sugar wax kit infomercial that showed numerous shots of people getting their legs waxed with it, and at one point the lady selling it says, "And it doesn't hurt," with barely a straight face. Like, come on, everyone knows waxing hurts. I use a wax that doesn't involve putting strips over to pull off. You let the wax dry a bit and pull. Legs, eyebrows and arms do not hurt in the least. Upper lip and armpits, never again. In razor commercials, women always have clean, silk smooth legs and just gently caress the blade over their flesh to, I guess, show how you're supposed to use it. This has always driven me crazy. Like, seriously, impress me, shave a gorilla, or my dad. Same thing. LOL. How their shampoo directly targets and heals split ends. Nothing heals or fixes split ends. Just get a haircut or actually take care of your hair. This drives me crazy. If it isn't affecting the hair follicle, it's just masking a bunch of dead cells with oil or protein goop. It's like me dropping an egg on the sidewalk and saying I'm feeding the concrete. According to the Ionic Breeze commercials from the early 2000s, you don't have to move the air to clean it, and they did a pretty neat demonstration with a smoke-filled plexiglass box. According to the Orec commercials, you do. One of those suckers is a lying liar. You need to move the air to clean it, otherwise it can't move the crap in the air through said filters. Ionic Pro is lying. Orec is the true hero. I saw a commercial for some ratcheting type screwdriver. They had a guy trying to use a regular screwdriver. He didn't place the tip into the screw head and twist. It was more of a wild stabbing motion. Where did the Sada go? Not a commercial but on a box for a game controller. The box said prevent spawn killing, and it was on that day I realized just how stupid companies think the average consumers are. Runner up was a TV mount that said 4K and OLED compatible. The heck did it mean by prevent spawn killing? They usually have a bull's reason why. This product searches the deep web. No, it freaking doesn't. The deep web is by definition unsearchable. If you mean the dark web, still probably not, as most of that is logged behind login prompts. On Internet Explorer though. Models wearing false eyelashes in mascara commercials ads. It says right at the bottom in tiny letters, enhanced with false lashes. What's the point? You literally cannot see how the mascara is working at all. It's like that with every cosmetic, lipstick, skin cream, eyeshadow, etc. I hate it. Now I just watch YouTube reviews of actual people using the product instead of looking at any pictures. One for all the British commuters out there. There's this radio ad for GWR saying how some kids went on holiday and all was fine, and the people who decided to drive instead of take the train, we're stuck in traffic and miserable. My experience of GWR is trains late, stopping for no reason and having to stand half the time, and overpriced as frick. Why would to get the train when you could make the journey 5 times and the fuel cost would still be less than a train ticket? I don't think this counts as a lie. A lie is something they expect you to believe, and I don't think GWR, the ad company or the consumer, are capable of believing it. It's like an ad about how water isn't wet. It's more like a short fictional drama. The ones that really get my goat to let us tell you about this amazing rare minted silver coin from 50 years ago that's incredibly valuable now. Now you can buy our cheap metal silver plated replica and pretend that it's going to get valuable too. But they have little R2D2S where George Washington is supposed to be. Any shampoo commercial that shows damaged hairs getting fixed. Where is dead cells, for crying out loud? Nothing can fix the damage. Only thing shampoos can do is clean your hair and scalp. If you really want to get better hair, eat healthy. The damaged ones will fall off, like all hairs do, and better hair will grow. Also, using shampoo too often will dry out your hair and make it more prone to damage, and often makes your scalp overproduce oil, so then you think it's gross and dirty, so you shampoo it all again and makes it worse. Sillet bang. Limescale is mostly calcium. No, limescale is mostly calcium carbonate. There's a very important difference. It's like saying salt is mostly sodium. Freaking Barry Scott. Initially though you wrote clickbang, which sounds like a line project from the get-go. Fix your credit. Buy the home of your dreams. Drive the car you have always wanted. My score is almost 800. How the frick am I still living with my mother? That Coke Zero tastes exactly the same as regular Coke. No, it does not. Tastes more like regular Coke than the diet stuff, but still only a pale imitation. The Cascade commercial where the husband is shoving crusty dishes cemented with food straight into the dishwasher. The wife is shocked to find they are actually clean after using Cascade. Yeah, right. All those years spent trying to get my partner to pre-wash before the dishwasher, and here comes Cascade with their BS claims. You don't really need to wash dishes before they go in the dishwasher, just make sure all the huge crap chunks are off beforehand. And if crap got burned or baked on, it's not gonna come off in the dang dishwasher. If it wasn't for Life Alert, I would be sitting here. Well, no kidding. Of course you wouldn't be sitting there on that day doing an interview for Life Alert without Life Alert. Those commercials for Beezit, Deal Dash and similar bidding sites. I got this for $20.83. Bids go up by $1. What they don't tell you is that the bids all cost $40 or $0.60 a piece. Hotel websites. 34 people are looking at this room right now. 12 people just booked at this hotel. It gives me heart murmurs. The most recent Apple iPad commercial I've seen, where the teenage girl is laying in the backyard and her neighbor says something like, "What kind of computer is that?" and the girl says, "What's a computer?" This commercial drives me bonkers. I don't believe for 1 second that the girl doesn't know what a computer is. It's Apple's attempt to distance the iPad from laptops, but it just comes off as desperate and forcefully edgy. Not sure if this counts, but I once saw a medicine commercial that went like this. Common aim is not to be used by people with diarrhea. Common aim. Side effects include diarrhea. Guy goes to brush his teeth. Opens mirror door. My pillow guy standing on other side of wall. Guy excited to see him. Anyone else in the situation is reaching for their sock covered bat. Apparently the My Pillow guy is both an butthole and former Seekhead. I'd definitely be worried if he was hiding in my bathroom. Any diet pill supplement that says you don't even have to change your habits for it to work. Diet pills very rarely support your metabolism digestion to a noticeable degree if you don't change your diet and exercise habits. And they also claim it's a special formula when the supplement has been on the market for decades. I figure, if a requirement for it to work is diet and exercise change, then change your diet and exercise and just skip the diet pill. That might help. Not me, but my mom, who is an esthetician, saw a commercial for foot cream saying that it penetrates 10 layers of skin. Anyone who knows anything about the skin can tell you why that's complete bulls. If it penetrates that well, we may have a new delivery mechanism for topically viable poisons. Those Chevy Malibu commercials with real people, not actors. One person looks at the car and says, "Looks like an Audi or a BMW." But there is no way the Chevy Malibu looks like an Audi or a BMW. 80s kid here. Gotcha guns. The commercial showed these perfect splotches of paint that were supposed to be machine washable. In practice, if it was too cold they didn't splatter, they just kinda stuck to you looking like odd crayon. Hot and they fell apart in the air. Perfect temp, they kinda sorta made a paint splotch. Mostly just stuck to you. And while the color did wash out, they left an oil mark where they hit. Didn't matter what color shirt you were wearing post wash, you could always see where they hit. And that oil seemed to bleed instantly into clothing while leaving the color behind. I swear I heard this once on a radio ad. Buy one car, get a second free. They both get 33 miles per gallon. That's 66 miles per gallon. I had my doubts. Everything I see in Pinterest. Have cellulite. Try baking soda. Pimples. Try baking soda. Stained teeth. Baking soda. Wanna know how I lost 10 kilograms in a week? Baking soda. Counts as an ad, right? Every commercial that tells you to call in the next 5 minutes. Those ads pay for runtime in a specific time slot. It's a pre-made commercial. So unless they have their operators clued in on every commercial time and channel, it's BS. There was a commercial for Intel maybe 15 years ago who literally said that your internet speed would improve if your computer was equipped with their latest processor. The worst part is that it was very effective with computer illiterate people. The commercial was actually in 2001, a time when internet pages were made almost entirely of basic HTML. Processor speed had an insignificant impact on the browser, if any. Even if that was not the case, the phrasing was intentionally misleading and implied clearly they were improving your download speed. Motherfucking red copper pans. 1. Non-stick. My butt. They advertised that you could cook with pretty much nothing after seasoning the pan. I did that and my eggs came out orange. 2. It advertises that it never scratches. My mom watched the commercial after we already had it and showed me that was balls. They moved some macaroni in the pan and you could see 2 huge scratches in it. Frick that thing. A Brexit advert played in the UK. It showed a side-by-side view of a trip to the hospital within the EU on the left and out the EU on the right. If we stay in the EU, the old woman will die because of immigrants, something Brexit will do nothing about. Foreigners are the cause of all our problems and definitely not our underfunded NHS. At least you guys have NHS. I think the one with the lie that probably hurt the most people is the one with the guy at the rehab clinic. His line of "I used to be an addict, but now I'm not" gets me riled up every time I hear it. Like, no dude, you are still an addict. Going to rehab doesn't suddenly make you not an addict anymore. Just like going to AA doesn't make a person not an alcoholic. You will always be an addict, whether or not you are currently using, and by saying "and now I'm not" you're giving ignorant people, with no real knowledge of addiction or its hold on people, a false belief that visiting your center will just make all of their problems disappear forever. I was watching this crappy commercial where it said that a foil-like suit could make you lose weight via sweating. It even said that you could lose weight while sleeping. The ad was so blatant in the way it was trying to con its costumers. They said crap like, "If you run in this suit you'll lose more weight." Oh crap, really? It baffles me how people fall for this type of thing. Weight from loss of water. Desiccate yourself into a slimmer coffin. The iPhone 3G was advertised as twice the speed, half the price. It was in fact neither of those things. There is a specific exception in truth in advertising where you can say false things as long as it is sufficiently obvious they are false. Red Bull gives you wings. Apple successfully defended themselves from a false advertising charge by arguing that no reasonable person could possibly believe it was in fact faster and cheaper. Call in the next 10 minutes to receive this amazing offer. Only the first 100 callers will receive it. Commercial plays again in 15 minutes. Watch this short video for 30 minutes of ad-free music. Spotify. I clocked in 15 minutes before ads started showing up. The recent Chevy ads with the real people, not actors, where all of the fricking actors pretend not to know what's happening. They have no idea that the cheap Chevy isn't a BMW or an Audi. With NetSpend, I get my paycheck 2 days faster. No crap. It's called direct deposit. Quit trying to take advantage of the poor. Not a commercial, but the back of a Coca-Cola 12-pack. It said that you didn't need to drink water or sports drinks while exercising. You could drink a Coke instead because Coke is made out of water and tastes better. Not technically a lie, but intentionally misleading. Proudly made in North America with a picture of the contiguous United States. North America, huh? Yeah, those cars are made in Mexico. Those banzai pools for kids where they Photoshop tiny children into the pool to make it seem like it's 4 times the size it really is. It's blatant false advertising, and I don't know how they get away with it. I've never done Photoshop before, but I'm pretty sure I could watch a YouTube video and do a better job than whoever they hired. Nothing in that first picture looks even remotely real. Mascara adverts. Model is wearing lash inserts. What annoys me the most about mascara ads is that it really wouldn't be that hard for them to just find someone with longish blonde eyelashes and show a real before and after. My eyelashes look so different when I have mascara on. They don't need to lie to show the real effect. I actually reported an advert to the ASA here in the UK. Sillet Bang is a cleaning product with a charismatic frontman called Barry Scott. He's like a game show host who tries to sell you spray bottles full of bleach. Their advert said, verbatim, "Limescale is just calcium that sticks," then showed a demonstration by Barry Scott of him dropping a piece of pure calcium into a tank of what was purported to be the cleaning product. Watch what happens. We drop this calcium into Sillet Bang. Of course, it fizzes and dissolves. Tada. Amazing. I pointed out that not only are limescale and calcium completely different things, but a piece of calcium would do exactly the same in a tank of water. The advert was removed from the air, and the company was fined. Water is mostly hydrogen, and they use that in bombs. Protect your family. Pollute to make the hydrogen useless. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.